Hello, this is Mark, High Quality Home Maintenance. Today we're going to be working on a Moen faucet, putting it back together. We had a defective part, so a customer called. This handle was not operating the valve properly. You call Moen and they will actually send you a whole kit. Here's the bag that came with it. And that was pretty much everything in the bag minus those two things, the handle and the escutcheon. So I'm going to show you how to put this together, put it on. Right now the water is on. There's no need to turn it off for this replacement. So I'm going to show you that it's on. I'm going to lift up. There's our water. I turn it to the left, it gets hot. Turn it to the right and it gets cold. Now this valve can turn all the way around, and you don't want to have it in this orientation, so you want to make sure you have it correctly oriented. So this would be the proper orientation, and I'm going to push that down and turn it off, because this will turn all the way around, and if you have it at 180 degrees, you'll have probably the opposite effect. You'll have hot on the right and cold on the left. You may just have cold, I don't know. So you take this first part and you can see the threads. There's threads inside here. Get that started. She goes on really well. And I get it as tight as I can without stripping it. And I don't want to put a wrench on it. Personally, I don't. I'm not going to strip out that plastic. Then I'm going to take this part. It comes in white or gray, and if you look at the bottom of it, you can see it has a pattern to it, I guess, and if you look on this valve, it kind of has that same pattern, so it'll mesh in there, it'll fit in there like a glove as soon as you get it oriented right. Oh, it's possible I have this on too tight. I did, which I can't believe. Okay, so that slips right on, fits right in, and you want this elevated rim to be towards the front. Okay, now we're to the mechanism that goes bad, which is this. I'm going to show you that. You can see how that would fit onto the valve tip, which is right there. I'm going to call it the tip. I don't know. Valve extension. So this is how it goes on. You'll see this bar, and this piece goes in there and snaps onto that bar. I'm going to try and show you how I do that. It's a little more difficult one-handed than you might think. That's how difficult it is right there. So yeah, of course you have to get underneath the table to get it. I'm going to try that again. So, there. Okay. So now that that's on, you want to just put that black part on that stem, and it fits right in, and this is operating properly now. So I'm going to take this screw, try not to drop it down the drain. Okay, it's in the hole. You can see it. And you tighten that up. And you can see as I tightened it, that mechanism turned to the left. I'm going to call it to the left. It went clockwise, but the handle is typically sticking out here. So In real world, I turned it to the left, which in this case is clockwise. That's counterclockwise, and now I'm just orienting it so I can get this next part on, which is the black. Now this will snap into this escutcheon, but it's much easier to just put it on right now. And that's going to be good enough, I believe. And you can see on there you got these little ridges every so often, and in here you get little gaps. That's where those ridges are going to go. And since I want that to look pretty, I'm going to say I want to either turn this a little bit more, one more notch, to get these lined up in the front, so when I snap that down, and you can see inside, and it'll snap on. It might be a little hard. Okay, we're snapped in. And you can orient that a little bit. You got a little bit of ability to orient that. Now we are ready to put our handle on, and as you can see, you just slip on. The screw actually threads into that metal bar sticking up out of the center. So that metal bar goes behind this here. So you can see how that's gonna fit in there. About like so. And then you take your Allen wrench. I kind of wanted that to stay in there. Okay. So then you're going to look in there, make sure you can see everything, and then you just tighten it up. And you do want to go all the way. And what you don't want to do is drop this wrench down in the garbage grinder either. I should have some paper towels in there just for safety's sake, but don't have one right handy. And I can feel now I've gotten to the Loctite, which is the blue stuff on this screw, or it's some sort of bonding agent to keep that screw from coming out. So now we've got hot, we've got cold, and we've got on. The only thing left to do is to stick our little plastic heat and cold deal there. So that is done. We are done. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. This is Mark, High Quality Home Maintenance. Be safe.